What's good, boys? Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing our preseason power rankings.
Post preseason. Preseason just wrapped up.
Yep. So it's the week before. It's Thursday.
Football starts on Thursday, and today is Monday.
September 5th.
And this is worst first.
All right, let's do this.
Last place,
Falcons. Yeah, their offense is just absolutely atrocious with little to no wide receiver room.
Yeah, I took a gamble on Kyle Ridley. Didn't work out.
Do you know?
Now they only have Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Who's starting for quarterback? Desmond Ritter?
No, it's Ritter.
Okay, bet.
I mean, Desmond Ritter probably will come in towards the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're not a good football team.
Second, Bears. They have virtually no offensive line, and their defense, they lost Khalil Mack.
And their GM is just
And
what's his name? Roquan Smith requested a trade because
he's like
what?
He's like the best player on their
team.
team.
Yeah, he was the best player on the team. And they didn't want to pay him, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes.
Alright.
Then we got
the Texans.
You know, not much to say. Same as last year. Just not a good football team.
Yeah, it's just the same
team.
They
got Derek Stingley, but he's not going to win the football games.
Dude, the cornerback is the most important position. Then Seahawks, they have the worst quarterback room in the NFL with Drew Lock and Geno Smith. And they've got some pretty good wide receivers, but then their defense.
What are these holes anyway?
I don't know.
And my New York Giants.
The Giants.
We have a good wide receiver core, though.
Yeah, and no one to throw them the ball.
Yeah.
Except for Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor.
I think Tyrod Taylor might
start this year. Good news is Tyrod Taylor always goes to places right before they find their franchise quarterback. Like Josh Allen.
Yeah, we're gonna
Baker Mayfield.
Hopefully we can get C.J. Stroud or something.
Yeah.
From Ohio State. But yeah,
so
we're not looking good. Our defense, it's not too good.
Definitely a tanking year for the Giants.
Yeah.
Then the Jets, the team on the other side of New York.
Other side.
Oh, in the same stadium. Other side of the stadium. All right.
And Zach Wilson's gonna be injured for the first 2 or 3 games, I think.
Yeah, they had a great draft, but it's not enough.
Not yet. Maybe a few years from now, we're putting them way higher. Then the Commanders.
They just don't. Terry McLaurin is all of their star power.
I mean, their defense is good. Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, and Chase Young.
I'm expecting Carson Wentz to play well this year.
He's gonna it's Carson Wentz. He got some games where he looks like the MVP, and some games where how he plays.
Sam Howell is definitely gonna play a little bit this season.
Maybe.
And
Jags, who did get a lot better from being the first overall pick. I don't even know what this is now.
Yeah.
But they had a good draft and
pretty good preseason too.
Yeah, they overpaid on Christian Kirk, but they should be a little better. And they got Doug Peterson, who's gonna make the biggest difference for them because Urban Meyer sucked.
And the Browns, the worst logo in football. Yeah, I ain't got much to say. They're starting Jacoby Brissett for the first 12 weeks, and then
11.
Yeah.
He comes back against the Texans.
In NRG Stadium.
Yeah, probably. They're gonna be chanting "You sick, you sick." If you know from the preseason game when he played.
Right.
So yeah, they're not gonna be. I mean, they're a good football team.
Yeah,
is the most important.
They've got a really good defense as well.
Next year they'll be high.
Panthers.
They have the ex-man of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, and they've got a pretty good wide receiver room with DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. I can't name another name.
I think they lost. I don't know if they lost Robbie Anderson or not.
Dude, I'm gonna look this up.
Because I saw the Bengal, and he was on a different team, but I think that could have just been a Madden trade. So
yeah, he's on the Panthers.
Yeah, so they gotta upgrade in QB, but
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
And the Lions, I project them to possibly sneak into the playoffs this year. Maybe wild card if they can play well.
Yeah, but not likely. But
yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson had it's a really good draft.
Definitely a bounce back year for the Lions.
Yeah.
Then you got the Steelers. They've got a pretty good defense with Minka Fitzpatrick, T.J. Watt, and then Kenny Pickett looking promising.
Yeah, but
Najee Harris.
Trubisky might start.
Yeah.
They almost have the Steelers level too low. Like, you could argue they should be higher because I think both of these guys are better than last year's, like, no legs Ben Roethlisberger. And they made the playoffs. So.
And the Patriots, I think people are overhyping the Patriots just because they have, like, one good wide receiver. What's his name? Jacoby Myers.
I'm good.
Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, TikTok legend. Well,
That's the only reason I know.
The only reason you're gonna win games because of your coach. And they lost J.C. Jackson. So.
Yeah.
They still have Judon though.
Yep. And the Titans, I think they're gonna go from the number 1 seed in the AFC to just not playing in the playoffs at all, just because.
Yeah. They lost AJ Brown. They just last year was just a fluke year for them.
Yeah.
And the AFC got so much better.
Then the Vikings. I hate to put them this low.
I think they're all too honestly.
Man, shut up.
I always put Snow in
I don't know.
He insisted the Vikings have to go here.
Yeah. They've got okay defense. They've got a pretty alright front seven, but the secondary is just atrocious.
And Kirk Cousins is still mid. If not, the Vikings would be mid.
Yeah. And the Cowboys, I think the Vikings and the Cowboys are interchangeable just because the Cowboys, I don't know actually.
I mean, they lost Randy Gregory. And I thought, then, what's his name got injured for the year?
Michael Gallup.
Yeah, I don't think he's out for the year. I don't know. Yeah, they're just not good. They're just declined majorly from last year.
Yeah, they've got depth, but they got no star power really. Then the Cardinals,
Yeah.
they've got their
good.
star receiver out for the first 6 weeks.
Yeah,
And that's right when COD comes out, so Kyler Murray's gonna.
Yeah, not gonna be.
Yeah.
Not gonna be a fun time for the.
And they lost Chandler Jones, so their defense isn't that great either.
But they're not a horrible football team.
Yeah. Then the Dolphins with Tyreek Hill. Who'd they get from the Saints? The offensive lineman.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Wait. Let me look
this
up.
I feel like people overrate the Dolphins just because they got one. I mean, they did get better, but Tyreek Hill is not. I mean, he's don't get me wrong, like, he's a really good receiver, but
Toronto.
I don't even know they got him. But Tyreek, like, just because they got Tyreek Hill, people are putting him so high. It's just a receiver, and he's like top 7 in the league.
Yep. Then the Saints, I think they could definitely be projected higher, but just for today, we're gonna put them down here.
It all depends on how James Winston plays. And
yeah.
They got Michael Thomas back. They got the Honey Badger.
Yep, and also wide receiver room, the cornerback room. It's Marshawn Lattimore. They traded away C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and the next day, one of their cornerbacks got arrested. I forget his name.
Well, they're still a decent football team.
And the Broncos.
You have some strong opinions about the Broncos.
Yeah, I feel like the Broncos are way overhyped. Russell Wilson isn't going to fix all the problems in Denver. Their defense is good. Wide receiver room is good. I don't know much about the O-line, but they'll be a decent team. But
yeah, maybe not playoffs though. Just because of division.
Yeah. And we got the 49ers. They extended Deebo Samuel for a pretty good amount of money.
I never found that Jimmy G for some reason.
Yeah. 1 year. What is he going to mentor Trey Lance?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
He's a mentor.
Yeah. He's just going to mention it. He's going to mentor him on how to look handsome.
He had a tremendous defense. And last year, if it wasn't for Jacoby Tartt, they would probably be in the Super Bowl, losing to the Bengals. And Jacoby Tartt is, I think, an Eagle now.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me fact check that. You know that.
Alright. The Colts. I really like the Colts. I think last year, if they didn't tank at the end of the year, they could have definitely made the playoffs and possibly even made a deep drive. I think Matt Ryan will be pretty alright with Michael Michael Pittman.
They just got better.
Yeah.
And they still have the best running back in the league.
Then we got the Ravens. Lamar Jackson.
I think Lamar could be. I think he's comeback player of the year. He could be.
He could be.
He could be in the conversation. I think he's got a MVP like I did.
Mark Andrews gonna be offensive player of the year.
Yeah, and their defense is actually insane with Marcus Peters, and they got what's his name, Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
And they have a really good secondary.
All right. Next up, we got the Eagles.
The Eagles,
they're really boomer bust. The Eagles, I think.
Yeah, luckily they play in the NFC East.
Because they've got so much star power, but I agree. If people get injured, if people.
Everybody has the best O-line in the league.
Yeah.
But Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts.
And we got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I don't see the Chiefs making the playoffs, to be honest. Just because they're in the toughest division in football, and just they don't have all the star power they used to have. Their defense, I think, will be pretty bad this year.
They were bad last year.
Yeah, and they lost to Honey Badger, who was headmanning it. So.
Yeah.
Raiders.
The Raiders are. They got a lot better. They got Chandler Jones.
They've got Devontae Adams.
They got Devontae Adams. Yeah, got a hell of a lot better, and they were a playoff team last year too. So.
Yeah. Their offense is going to be insane.
Yeah, so they should be a playoff team again this year.
Then we got the Packers.
Lost Devontae Adams, but still got Aaron Rodgers. This I think is a boomer bust team. They either are the same old Packers or Devontae Adams is really bringing them up, and Christian Watson and Adams are just can't catch footballs.
All right, then we got the Chargers.
I'm really high on the Chargers.
Yeah.
I think Herbert could have an MVP season.
Dude, their defense is full of stars. Their offense is full of stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I
expect big things from them.
Honestly, I think Chargers Super Bowl, if not Bills.
I'll be, the AFC Championship maybe. We do have the Bengals right now. But the Bengals, I think they are maybe, actually, I don't know, I could go either way on them.
Yeah. I think last year, if they had a better O-line, they would have won the Super Bowl. And they definitely improved it by a lot. So,
Yeah. They definitely, they're a great football team. But
yeah.
I don't know if they were a Super Bowl caliber. They got, pretty lucky. Bengals fans are going to hate for me to say that, but they got pretty lucky.
Yeah. The only reason the Bengals aren't winning a Super Bowl this year is because they're playing in the AFC. Then you got the Bucs with Tom Brady coming back. One of the best wide receiver trios in the league with Chris Godwin.
And they got Julio Jones. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Then you got the Rams.
They're Super Bowl hungover, but they still got everyone returning pretty much.
Yeah, and they've got Bobby Wagner pulling up.
So, I expect the same from the Rams.
Yep, and
then number one.
We got the Bills.
Yep. Everyone's number one. They're just a complete team, great defense, best defense in the league, and arguably a top 3 quarterback.
Top 1.
Top 1 in some people's opinions, and a top 5 receiver. Their running backs are weak, but maybe you never know. What's his name? Cook. Dalvin Cook's brother could be
James Cook.
He could be the.
He did win a national championship last year. So
it could be the missing piece in this on this team.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. This was fun to make. Ooh. All right. Yep. Well, thanks for watching, fellas, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.